Welcome to Brave English Podcast.
Your journey from stuttering to standing out.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Brave English Podcast. I am Emy, and as always, I am joined by the most laid-back guy in the entire studio, Jack.
Laid back? I prefer the term efficiently relaxed, Emy. But yes, welcome back, family. We are so incredibly happy to have you hanging out with us in our cozy little corner today. How are you feeling, Emy? You look like you have a massive secret you were just bursting to share.
Jack, honestly, I am traumatized. I am legally declaring myself a victim of social warfare. I need to ask you and everyone listening a very serious question. Why are native English speakers completely, utterly, and desperately obsessed with the weather?
Oh boy, here we go. What happened? Did a rogue cloud look at you the wrong way on your morning walk?
Do not minimize my pain, Jack. Okay, picture this, guys. This morning, I'm in the elevator in my building. It's just me. I'm in my zone, listening to my favorite lo-fi playlist, feeling completely fine. Then the door opens on the third floor. My neighbor walks in. He nods. I smile. You know, the standard, polite, we live in the same concrete boxed smile. And then the doors close. Complete, total, agonizing silence.
Ah, the classic dreaded elevator silence. It's a sacred human experience, Emy.
It is a torture device. But then he turns to me, clears his throat, and says, "Lovely weather we're having, eh?"
Brilliant. Solid textbook opening move. A masterclass in casual human interaction.
No, Jack, it was a trap. My brain completely froze. I mean, it was pouring rain outside, literally pouring. So I panicked, stared directly into his soul, and just said, "Yes, it is dropping from the sky." Why did I say that? Who talks like that? He just blinked at me, the elevator dinged, and I ran out like I had stolen something.
It is dropping from the sky? Oh, Emy, that is absolute gold. You made it sound like an alien invasion. But you know, that is exactly why we need to talk about this today. What your neighbor was doing wasn't actually about the meteorology report. He was using what we call small talk to break the ice. It's a social code.
But why the weather, Jack? Why not ask about my hopes, my dreams, or what I ate for breakfast? Why is it always, "Oh, it's a bit nippy today, isn't it?"
Because the weather is the ultimate neutral ground. It's the safest topic in the world. Think about it. Everyone experiences the weather. It doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, or where you're from. If you ask someone about their deepest life goals in an elevator, they're going to think you're a weirdo. But if you talk about a light drizzle, boom, you're a relatable, friendly neighbor. In British and American cultures especially, talking about the weather is practically a legal obligation to show you're polite.
Well, it feels like a conspiracy to make language learners sweat. But don't worry, guys, because today we are diving deep into how to survive these moments like a true native speaker.
Exactly. By the end of this, you won't just survive the elevator, Emy, you'll master it. All right, Emy, since you survived the great elevator crisis of 2026, I think it's time we raise the stakes a little bit. We can't just let our beautiful listeners sit there enjoying your awkward stories without giving them some skin in the game.
Oh no, I know that look. Every time you get that specific look on your face, Jack, it means you are about to challenge me or make some ridiculous bet. What is going on in that brain of yours?
Guilty as charged. Look, we love our podcast family, right? But I've noticed a lot of people lurking in the shadows, listening to our deep dive stories, taking all this premium vocabulary, and yet they haven't actually hit that subscribe button. They're literally letting their English skills experience a total conversational drought.
A conversational drought? Wow, you are really leaning hard on the weather metaphors today, aren't you?
Oh, I am just getting warmed up, Emy. So here's the bet. Look out the studio window right now. It is currently cloudy, a little gray, very dramatic. If it starts to rain by the time we finish recording this episode, or, and this is the real challenge, if you can perfectly master 3 of the incredibly confusing advanced weather idioms I'm about to throw at you later in this episode, everyone listening who hasn't subscribed yet has to hit that button right now.
Wait, so if I win, they subscribe, and if it rains, they also subscribe? That sounds like a rigged system, Jack. You are completely trapping them.
It's not rigged, it's a win-win scenario. Think about it. If they subscribe, they're guaranteed to receive a fresh storm of high-quality English lessons every single week. We're basically shielding them from ever having another awkward elevator moment. We're performing a public service here, Emy.
You know what? Honestly, he's right, guys. Do not let your English skills dry up like a desert. Help us weather the storm of the YouTube algorithm. If you love hanging out with us in our cozy studio, take 2 seconds right now to subscribe, turn on that little notification bell, and leave a comment. Jack, what should they comment?
Tell us if it is currently scorching hot, freezing cold, or just completely unpredictable wherever you're listening from in the world.
Perfect. Deal made. The subscription storm is officially rolling in, and my eyes are firmly on those clouds outside. Now, please save me from my ignorance. Let's get into the heavy stuff because my brain is still trying to process how rain can be anything other than water falling from the sky. All right, Jack, I am armed with my pen, my notebook is open, and my mind is ready to be completely overwhelmed. Give me the real stuff. No more basic, it is raining or it is sunny. What do native speakers actually say when they look out the window?
I love the determination. Okay, let's start with what you saw this morning. You told your poor neighbor that water was dropping from the sky. Let's fix that. If it's just starting to rain very lightly, we don't even call it rain yet. We say it's spitting.
Spitting? Like, pfft. Gross, Jack. Who thought of that? Why is this guy spitting on me?
I knew you'd hate that one. It's purely British, honestly. It just means very light, scattered raindrops. You walk outside, you feel one tiny drop on your forehead, and you say, "Oh, it's spitting out there." It's just a tiny warning. But now, what if the sky completely opens up? What if it's an absolute waterfall?
Oh, I know this one. It's raining cats and dogs.
Ooh, okay, yes, but also no. Emy, if you say it's raining cats and dogs to a native speaker in 2026, they will think you stepped out of a 1950s textbook. It's incredibly outdated. Nobody actually says that anymore unless they're being deeply ironic.
What? Are you serious? I practiced that phrase for months. I felt so cool saying it. Why do textbooks lie to me?
They don't lie, they just get old. If it's pouring, we have much better, punchier phrases. If you're in London, you say it's chucking it down, or if you want something universal, you say it's pouring down, or it is absolutely bucketing down. And if you get caught in that without an umbrella, you don't just get wet, you get completely drenched.
Drenched. Okay, I like that word. It sounds heavy, like my clothes are heavy and sticking to me. I am completely drenched. But wait, chucking it down? Chucking means throwing, right? So the sky is literally throwing buckets of water at my face.
Exactly, you've got it. Now, let's pivot away from literal weather because this is where English gets truly insane. Let's talk about idioms that use weather words but have absolutely nothing to do with the sky. Let's say I call you up and say, "Hey, Emy, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I think I need to take a rain check on our podcast recording." What am I telling you?
Stop! Why are you doing this to me? Under the weather? Does that mean you are standing under a cloud? And a rain check? Are you checking to see if it's raining? Jack, this is madness.
Deep breaths, Emy. Let's break it down. To be under the weather simply means you are feeling slightly sick, unwell, or just totally exhausted. If you have a mild cold or you woke up with a headache, you are under the weather.
Okay, but why under the weather? What is the logic?
It actually comes from old maritime days, from sailors. When the weather got really rough and stormy, the passengers and sailors who were getting sick-sea would go below deck, underneath the ship's structures, to get away from the violent weather. So they were literally under the weather to recover from feeling sick.
Wow. Okay, wait. That actually makes total beautiful sense. Wow, I take back my anger. I love a good history lesson. So if you are under the weather, you are sick. But what about the second part? You said you wanted to take a rain check.
Right. To take a rain check means to politely decline an invitation right now, but with the clear promise that you will reschedule it for a later date. It's the ultimate polite way to say, I want to hang out with you, but I just can't do it today.
Let me guess, does this one come from sailors too? Did they check the rain before sailing?
Not quite. This one is actually American, and it comes from baseball. Back in the day, if a baseball game got canceled because of heavy rain, the stadium would give the fans a physical ticket stub called a rain check. That piece of paper allowed them to come back and watch a future game for free when the weather cleared up.
Oh, so a rain check is a literal ticket for next time. I love that. So if a friend invites me out for dinner, but I have too much editing to do for our channel, I can just say, I'd love to, but can I take a rain check?
Look at you, beautifully used, a perfect native structure. But wait, it gets better. What happens when you recover from being sick? When you are 100% healthy, energetic, and feeling amazing again? We bring the rain right back into it. You say, I'm feeling right as rain.
No, come on. Why is rain suddenly a good thing? First, rain means I'm sick, then rain means I'm canceling my plans, and now rain means I am perfectly healthy. English speakers, please make up your minds. Is rain bad or good?
It's a roller coaster, isn't it? Think of it this way. Rain is natural, balanced, and completely necessary for things to grow. When everything is aligned perfectly in nature, it rains. So if you are right as rain, you are perfectly aligned, healthy, and exactly how you should be.
You are very good at defending your confusing language, Jack. Very poetic. Okay, let me see if I can actually connect these three to win our subscriber bet from part 2. If I was under the weather yesterday, I had to take a rain check on our coffee date, but today I drank some warm tea and now I am right as rain. How was that?
You are very good at defending your confusing language, Jack. Very poetic. Okay, let me see if I can actually connect these three to win our subscriber bet from part 2. If I was under the weather yesterday, I had to take a rain check on our coffee date, but today I drank some warm tea and now I am right as rain. How was that?
Boom! Absolutely flawless, Emmy. You knocked it out of the park. You just completely smashed that challenge. Yes! Hear that, everyone? That is one challenge down. You are officially running out of excuses not to subscribe. But wait, we still have more advanced words to cover. What about when it's not raining? What about when the weather is so hot you feel like you are melting into the sidewalk?
Oh, when it's intensely, painfully hot, we don't just say it's very hot. We use the word scorching, like it is a scorching day out there. It means the sun is literally burning everything it touches.
Scorching. Ooh, that sounds painful. And what if the weather changes and becomes completely perfect? The clouds leave, the sun is shining, and everything opens up.
Then we say the weather is starting to clear up. And if there's a lovely, gentle, cool wind blowing to rescue you from that scorching heat, that wind is just a breeze. And honestly, using these phrases in a conversation, once you know them, it's a breeze. It means it's incredibly easy.
Look at you dropping double meanings in line. A breeze means a light wind, but it also means something is super easy. I love it. This notebook is getting absolutely packed, Jack, but I need to know, how do I actually use these words to talk to real humans without freezing up like I did this morning?
That is the golden question, Emy, and that is exactly what we're tackling next. All right, Emy, now that your notebook is practically overflowing with advanced vocabulary, let's talk about strategy. Having the words is only half the battle. If you don't know how to drop them into a conversation naturally, they just sit in your head gathering dust.
Exactly. That is my biggest problem, Jack. I know the words, but when I am standing in front of a real human being, my brain starts running around in circles. I need a formula. What is the secret native speaker cheat sheet for small talk?
It's actually much simpler than you think. The ultimate secret weapon for weather small talk is something we call question tags.
Question tags? Wait, like the little questions you attach to the end of a statement?
Bingo! Phrases like, isn't it, hasn't it, or don't you think? Here's how the trick works. Instead of just asking a direct question like, is it cold today, which can feel a little abrupt, you make a statement about the weather and then slap a question tag on the end. For example, freezing out there, isn't it?
Oh, freezing out there, isn't it? That sounds so much more natural. It's like I'm automatically assuming the other person agrees with me.
Exactly. You're not actually asking for a meteorological report, you're inviting them to agree with you. It creates an instant, effortless point of connection. You're saying, hey, we're both experiencing this freezing cold together, right? It forces a positive, easy response. They'll almost always say, oh, absolutely, it's brutal, or tell me about it.
Emy scribbles in her notebook, nodding rapidly. Wow, okay, let me try one. If the sun is completely burning us alive, I could say, scorching today, isn't it?
Perfect. Beautifully done. You can use it for anything. Miserable weather, isn't it? Or glad the weather is finally starting to clear up, isn't it?
This is an absolute game changer, Jack. But let me ask you something deeper. Why do we feel this desperate need to connect over something so trivial? Why is weather talk the universal social tool to build trust?
It's all about safety and reading the room. When you meet a stranger, a colleague, or a neighbor, your brain is subconsciously trying to figure out, is this person safe? Are they friendly? Jumping straight into deep, personal, or controversial topics can be risky, but the weather, it's completely neutral. By successfully sharing a quick, friendly comment about a sudden downpour or a lovely breeze, you're establishing a baseline of safety and politeness. You're signaling that you're approachable.
So it's basically like a social handshake before the actual conversation begins.
Spot on, Emy. It's the ultimate way to break the ice, and once that ice is broken, you can easily transition into other topics. You can go from crazy rain out there, isn't it, to, yeah, it completely ruined my morning walk, to, oh, do you usually walk around here? And suddenly you're having a real, meaningful conversation.
Wow, I never realized how much psychological strategy was hidden inside a simple sentence about rain.
It's an art form, honestly. But enough theory. I think it's time to put this art form to the test. Are you ready to see how much your elevator game has improved?
Emy cracks her knuckles dramatically and smiles. Oh, I was born ready, Jack. Let's do this.
All right, Emy, welcome to the ultimate conversational battleground. We're going to run two distinct scenarios. Same elevator, same neighbor, me, but two completely different versions of you. Round one is the dry conversation. Give me the classic, textbook, minimal effort answers that completely kill the vibe. Ready? The elevator doors are closing. Ding. Whew, absolutely scorching out there today, isn't it?
Yes, it is very hot. The temperature is high.
Right. Yeah, I think it's supposed to hit 90 degrees later.
Okay, I am going to my apartment now.
And scene. Oh my goodness, Emy, that was absolutely brutal. I felt the social anxiety radiating off of you from across the desk. It felt like an interrogation.
I told you, that is exactly what happens when I panic. It's like my brain shuts down all creative tracking and just gives raw data. Yes, the sun is shining. Yes, humans require hydration. It's totally mechanical and completely kills any chance of a relationship.
Exactly. You didn't give me any conversational handles. A handle is a piece of information the other person can grab onto to keep the momentum going. When you just say, yes, it is hot, the conversation hits a concrete wall. Now, let's wipe the slate clean. Let's do round 2, the brave weather master. Use your question tags, your advanced vocabulary, and give me a handle. The elevator doors are closing again. Ding! Whew, absolutely scorching out there today, isn't it?
Oh, tell me about it. I'm completely melting. I was hoping the sky would start to clear up this week, but this heat is intense. I'm just thankful for the office air conditioning, honestly. Are you managing to stay cool?
Barely. I stepped outside for 5 minutes and felt like I was cooking. I'm just praying for a light breeze at this point.
Seriously, if it gets any hotter, I'm gonna have to take a rain check on all my outdoor plans and just live in front of my fan.
Absolutely. Well, this is my floor. Good luck surviving the heat wave.
Thanks. Have a good one. Emy simulates a bell sound. Ding! And I successfully exited the elevator like a normal human being. Emy throws her hands up in victory.
Jack applauds enthusiastically. Outstanding! Incredible adjustment. Let's break down exactly why that worked so beautifully. First, you validated my comment instantly with, "Oh, tell me about it." That's a perfect native filler phrase that builds immediate rapport. Then you dropped melting, which is great sensory vocabulary, and you gave me a massive handle by mentioning your outdoor plans.
It felt so much more fluid, Jack. Instead of feeling like I was taking a grammar test, it felt like we were just sharing a mutual human struggle against the sun.
That's the magic of it. You used the weather to build trust, you dropped advanced idioms naturally, and you kept the flow moving without a single awkward silence. You officially passed the test, Emy. You are ready for the wild.
And there you have it, family. We have officially conquered the terrifying world of English weather talk. I went from telling my neighbor that water was dropping from the sky to absolutely crushing a native-level elevator roleplay. If I can do it, you can do it.
You absolutely smashed it today, Emy. Let's do a lightning-fast wrap-up of the heavy hitters we learned today. Remember, if it's raining lightly, it's spitting. If it's pouring, it's chucking it down or bucketing down. If you're feeling sick, you're under the weather, but once you recover, you are right as rain. And if you need to reschedule plans politely, just ask to take a rain check.
Don't forget the ultimate secret weapon, question tags. Slap an "isn't it" or a "don't you think" onto your descriptions to instantly break the ice and keep the conversation moving like a breeze. Oh, and look outside the studio window right now, Jack. Notice anything?
Jack looks out the window and laughs out loud. No way, it's actually starting to drizzle. It's spitting.
The universe has spoken. It is officially raining, which means I won the bet. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right now to save yourself from future conversational droughts.
Deal is a deal. And now it's time for the Brave Weather Challenge. We want to hear from you.
Yes, go down to the comments right now and describe the current weather in your country using at least one new advanced word or idiom we taught you today. Is it scorching? Is it chucking it down? Let us know.
We can't wait to read your responses. Thank you for hanging out with us in the studio today, guys.
Until next time, beautiful people, don't just study English, be brave and live it. Bye!